What's up, college football fans? Sonoy Valente here once again with the Mean Green Show. And today I want to talk about the absolute robbery I believe we are all witnessing. And that robbery is that of Cincinnati being left out of the top 4 college football rankings. Guys, before we get into all of that, you already know the drill. If you're a fan of college football recruiting, the G5 football world, the transfer portal, any or all of the above, consider hitting that like and subscribe button because that is truly all that we talk about. Also, I want to hear from you guys. If you think Cincinnati should be in the top 4, give me a Y for yes and an N for no. Also, let me know why. Okay, I want to tee this off with first, I want to talk to the G5 football fans of the world out there. Guys, I realize Cincinnati's G5 status is soon to be a thing of the past as they prepare to go to the Big 12. However, nevertheless, present day, they are still G5. And they are by far the best G5 program out there. And they should be ranked top 4, I believe. Nothing, at least 4. Okay, so we have the rankings out, and the rankings are Georgia at 1, Alabama at 2, Michigan State at 3, Oregon at 4. Okay? Oregon, that is my absolute biggest slap in the face, from my opinion, as far as keeping Cincinnati to put Oregon in. Okay, so Oregon's has a loss to Stanford. They beat Fresno State 31-24, Cal 24-17, UCLA 24-31. Okay, so they have one loss and a bunch of close games against a very, very weak Pac-12, to be quite frank. So, and we're going to put them in over an undefeated Cincinnati, who, might I add, has 2 Power 5 wins on the resume this year alone in Indiana, as well as 10th-ranked Notre Dame at Notre Dame. Okay, what Luke Fickell is doing there is special. All right, and this whole college football playoff is starting to seem too eerily closely resemble a "my dad's richer than your dad, so you can't hang out with us" type of fraternity, if you will. And am I here saying to you guys that I think Cincinnati would go to the top 4 and win a game if they were set up against Georgia or Alabama? No. I realize they played Georgia very closely last year. Georgia got away with a win 24-21 over Cincinnati. I thought Cincinnati played them a lot closer than I expected them to. Nevertheless, I think they play them again this year. Georgia beats them handily. However, that doesn't exclude the fact that Cincinnati deserves the money that comes with making a playoff appearance. I mean, if the NCAA is going to stiff them on that, I think they should write them a check for whatever it is that they would get, from making from making the college football playoffs. Let's not forget also Georgia. They beat Clemson 10-3. We see what Clemson is this year. They are not the Clemson that we've come accustomed to seeing. So let's not act like Georgia's unbeatable either. Yes, they have SEC wins, but as far as ranking goes, they haven't beat a juggernaut yet. We'll see what happens, whenever they, presumably play Alabama as well as Michigan State. If Michigan State loses to Ohio State, do they put Ohio State in over Cincinnati? Probably. That's what it's looking like, right? So are we looking at something that there's no way for Cincinnati to get into the college football this season, the college football playoffs anyway? It's sadly appearing so. And I know what you guys are all thinking. Okay, if Cincinnati somehow loses to SMU or another game this year, you're just going to be like, see, this is why they weren't in that. That's fine. That's besides the point. Okay, the point is right now they're undefeated. They've played, again, 2 Power 5s, again, beating Notre Dame at 10 at Notre Dame. They should be in there. Not to mention last year playing Georgia so closely. They deserve to be in there. UTSA also not ranked currently. We'll save that for another video, but they're really, really doing the G5s wrong, in my opinion. If you're undefeated at this point in the season, you should be ranked, point blank period, as far as a UTSA standpoint goes. And if you're Cincinnati, I don't know how you're not just totally up in arms about this. I mean, this is atrocious. It's egregious. It's horrible. They deserve to be in the top 4. And if they win out and somehow they're not in it, man, I would not be upset to see some knives and pitchforks up at the Gaylord Texan, where the college football committee hides out. It's not that far from where I'm located if anybody wants to band together. Anyway, guys, that's it for me. Let me know what you think. Again, should Cincinnati be in the top four?